So, quick little fun fact about my guitar here is that my friend Austin, who I met in elementary school, um, it's kind of funny because as I'm older, most of my friends are just living in my memories. I mean, they're alive, most of them, but I don't really see them anymore. Anyway, this guitar, it was his dad's at one point, and he gave it to me. I guess I don't remember why, when, but may have even paid for it. I can't remember. But it came from them. The money's almost irrelevant. And I've been playing it ever since middle school, I guess. No, high school or middle school? I don't know. Anyway, but I just picked this up. I was messing with my Schecter right over here, which is the bass guitar that I have. And then after I was done messing with that, I picked this one up and it had me play like this chord. It just like, I don't know, my hand just went to this. I think it's in a drop tuning. Hold on. Yeah, it's in a drop tuning. It just, I don't know, my fingers went to this, and listen to this chord. Listen to what it sounds like. Hold on, 1 second. Can you hear that? So when I play that, I used to stay over. We used to do sleepovers when we were kids. Everybody in this area, if you had friends, you did sleepovers at some point. And I used to sleep over at Austin's house, and we would play Xbox. And usually we'd be asleep with enough time to wake up and not be crack addicts. Not literal crack addicts, but like that's how you behave at that age when you don't get enough sleep and you eat sugar and you drink Coke every now and then. Anyway, so one morning I may not have slept. Like either I didn't sleep or I didn't sleep much. Felt like I didn't sleep. And I didn't do all-nighters very much. And I may have even been trying to sleep the whole time. But I have a very vivid memory of being in the basement and like looking out the window, like the basement door window. But it was like the shades were like the slat type of shades, and they were just like, how do I put it? Just like slightly turned so that you could see the sun coming up. This chord is exactly how that felt. And I want to be very specific. I don't always think about my friend Austin when I play this guitar. A lot of the times I'm just playing guitar. But for some reason when I played this chord, damn it. Hold on, my hand had a surgery. I'm trying to play it again. That chord, to me, it feels exactly how it felt looking out the window when the sun was coming up in the morning after staying up all night. It's probably 4 in the morning, because now I think about it, it felt like 6 maybe it was 5 then, I don't know. But his dad worked for the Pentagon, so I feel like he would have been up like early anyway. I don't know, and I was awake before anyone else is what it felt like. Anyway, but that's what that chord sounded like to me. When I played that chord, I was just like, "Oh yeah, I remember where this guitar came from." That's very interesting. I hope you could hear that chord. And then just for future reference, I'm trying to capture, there it is. I don't know if I'll ever be able to recreate that, but I guess it's not that complicated. It's like a C variation somehow with the drop too. And slid up a bit. I'm up on the 3s and the 5. I know I'm not plugged in, but I didn't want to have to get up to record this. I wanted to just spontaneously talk about that, and I've dropped the hand cord. So anyway, that's the story about this guitar right here. And yep, Austin's dad used to also have like Les Paul guitars, and he had a pretty big stack, which was pretty awesome. I think it was tube amps. And then, yeah, he collected Les Pauls too. That was more so his style, I think. Those were good days. You know, I'm not sure what was going on behind the scenes, but ultimately, those were some good times. Another time, I'll show you guys some of my other guitars. Some of them have stories that are more involved with me, and some of them are just cool because my dad has some more guitars. So that'd be nice to go over. In fact, I'll just split this video. The next one, I'll show you some of the acoustics.